That's incorrect. But what I would say is we had different and complementary approaches. I focused more on a constitutional law, legislative-based approach. We focused more on a technology approach, which is the future approach. No better person to lead that technology, digital approach than Elon Musk. But when you're talking about a constitutional revival, it's not just done through the federal government. It's done through federalism, where states also lead the way. So I'll have to be saying more on that very shortly, Jesse.
All right, so Elon didn't fire you.
No, we had a mutual discussion, and I think that I wish him well, and we're on the same page. We're divide and conquer. In saving the country, it's not a one-man show from the top down or the bottom up. It's all of the above, and that's what I'm in for.
When you hear people say that these workers are going to get marks during work hours, what goes through your mind? I mean, how do you doze those people out of there?
What goes through my mind is I'm not surprised. I mean, the fact is you've got 4 million federal bureaucrats, none of whom were elected to those positions in the first place. And the dirty little secret is the people we elect to run the government, until this last November, the people we elected to run the government were not actually running the government. That changed when Donald Trump took office at inauguration. You have a US president that is actually running the show again. Look at that sweeping slate of executive orders. Look at fixing the immigration crisis. You have 4 years of illegal immigrants flowing across that southern border. In a matter of 1 week, we're now well on our way to sealing that southern border, ending these DEI programs, restoring merit. That's our American character that we miss, Jesse. And the beautiful part about this is these were man-made problems. We got a man-made solution. Now we just got to execute.
Is DEI dead? Because Al Sharpton, he's still in the trenches.
Well, the funny thing about DEI, we use this word. Ironically, it doesn't even stand for its own principles. In the name of diversity, what happens is we sacrifice to true diversity of thought. And in the name of inclusion, we've created this new culture of exclusion where certain points of view just weren't welcome. That's un-American. It was neither diverse nor inclusive. And DEI and merit, you got to pick one. You can't have both. Either group quotas or meritocracy. There's no middle ground. And I think one of the things, not just the Republican Party stands for, but you can see vast swaths of the American population stands for, is that we stand for merit over group quotas. That's the American way, and I think that that's what made this country great.
What's happened to the Democrat Party?
They're lost. They're lost in the wilderness. Speaking as an American, I am rooting for a better version of that Democratic Party to reemerge from those ashes.
We are.
Because I think it'll make our country better off to have actual competition.
Yeah.
Right now they're lost in the wilderness. They bent the knee to the woke left, far left wing, forgetting about the wing that focused on economic inequality. That used to be the focus of the left. They switched to all of this racial, gender, sexuality nonsense. I think they're going to have to figure out their part. That's not my job to figure out. But I think for the Republican Party, having won, I think now is take that mandate and restore the country that we know with free speech, with merit, the pursuit of excellence. We're not victims. We're done with this victimhood culture of the last decade or two in this country. We're not victims, we're victors, we're winners. We don't whine, we win. That's the culture that Donald Trump is leading from the top. And I think that whether it's bottom up from the states or top down from the White House, that's what we want to see in this country.
Is the media winning because Acosta is being sent to the midnight shift? And Maddow has a pay cut that she has to take. What's going on?
I think the market works. That's a short answer. As long as you let the free market work and people are able to make their choices, I think you're seeing people opt out of a lot of that media indoctrination.